AITA for being the golden child?
My younger brother, Ryan, and I were always compared. It wasn't deliberate, at least not at first, but it was there, a constant undercurrent in everything we did. I was the smart one, and he was the funner one. At first, it seemed harmless. I got straight A's and excelled in school, while Ryan was the life of the party, surrounded by friends and constantly praised for his social skills. We played our parts, but over time, it became more than just labels. It became a competition. By the time we hit our teenage years, that competition turned toxic. Our parents, though well-meaning, fed into it. If I brought home a high test score, they'd point out how Ryan should take notes. If Ryan got invited to some big party or had a new girlfriend, they'd ask why I wasn't more outgoing like him. The comparisons never stopped. At some point, Ryan grew tired of being second best in school, and I got sick of hearing about how he had more friends. We started bickering more, cutting each other down at every opportunity. He'd mock me for being a nerd or for staying in on weekends. I'd call him out for skipping class or barely passing his exams. It got ugly fast. The breaking point came when we were both vying for our parents' attention. Ryan had flunked his math exam and I had just been awarded a scholarship. Our parents were thrilled about my success but disappointed in Ryan, and I saw it as another opportunity to rub it in. We were sitting at the dinner table and I made a snide remark about how some of us actually try in school. Ryan went silent, his jaw clenched, but I didn't stop. I kept going, saying something about how it was no wonder he was failing, considering how much time he wasted with his friends. I thought I was being clever, maybe even funny. Then Ryan snapped. He shoved his chair back and stood up, his face red with anger. You think you're better than me? Because you get a couple of good grades. You're just a stuck-up loser with no real friends. The words stung, but I wasn't about to back down. At least I have a future, unlike you. Before I knew it, Ryan had lunged across the table and swung at me. He missed, but the impact of his fist slamming against the table sent dishes flying. Our parents jumped in, pulling us apart, but it didn't matter. The damage was done. For weeks after that, we barely spoke. The house felt like a battlefield, tense, quiet, and full of resentment. Our parents tried to smooth things over, but the rivalry had gone too far. What started as petty competition had turned into something much darker. It took years for us to repair our relationship. Even now, as adults, there's still a distance between us that never fully healed. We are civil, sure, but we'll never be close. The rivalry that defined our teenage years left scars, and though we've moved past it, the bitterness lingers just beneath the surface. Looking back, I wish I'd seen how pointless it all was. The competition, the comparisons, it only drove us apart. By the time we realized it wasn't worth it, the damage was already done.